Hi everyone and welcome to today's Chinese pod lesson. My name is Joe.
大家好，欢迎来到中文播客，我是庆林。
In today's class, we are going to talk about things that go missing or that are not there anymore, especially about things that are not there anymore in offices. So what are some things that we generally can find in offices?
打印机、
A printer,
柜子、
a shelf or a cabinet,
笔、
and a pen. So let's check out the dialogue and see what's gone missing here.
打印机没纸了，
柜子里有，
笔没水了，
抽屉里有新的。
我找找。打印机没纸了，
柜子里有，
笔没水了，
抽屉里有新的。
我找找。打印机没纸了，
柜子里有，
笔没水了，
抽屉里有新的。
我找找。
After listening to this dialogue, let's check it out line by line.
打印机没纸了，
The printer ran out of paper.
打印机没纸了，
The printer ran out of paper.
打印机没纸了，柜子里有，
There's paper in the cabinet.
柜子里有，
There's paper in the cabinet.
柜子里有，笔没水了，
The pen ran out of ink.
笔没水了，
The pen ran out of ink.
笔没水了，抽屉里有新的，
There's a new one in the drawer.
抽屉里有新的，
There's a new one in the drawer.
抽屉里有新的，我找找，
Let me check.
我找找，
Let me check.
我找找。
In this dialogue, we have two colleagues speaking about things that are not or are in the office. Before we talk about all those things in detail and analyze them line by line, let's shortly talk about the structures that we have here in the dialogue. So, in Chinese, we have a verb that means to have.
有
If you wanted to negate this verb and say, I don't have, what would you say?
没有？
Okay, and this is similar used in Chinese as it is used in English. So you can say I have something and I don't have something just with those verbs and this negation form. So what do you have that I don't have?
我有长发，
Oh, you have long hair. Yeah, I don't. So 我没有.
你没有。我有耳环，
You have an earring. I don't have that either. So 我没有.
你没有。
In Chinese, however, you can use this verb 有 in another sense, because if you pair this up with a place and then add it to the place, it becomes something like a there is.
中国有长城，
Ah, so that's a good example here. So we have here China, then the verb 有, and then the word for Great Wall. So it's actually China has the Great Wall, which is more or less there is a Great Wall or the Great Wall in China. So this 有 is more of a there is something. Do we have another example?
桌上有充电器，
Ah, okay. So the first one was on the table, then again have or has, and a charger. So this together becomes there is a charger on the table. And this is actually why many Chinese native speakers have that common mistake in English that they say, for example, on the table has a charger. You will hear this probably from native Chinese speakers a lot because of this verb, 有, which means to have and there is. So let's check how this 有 and 没有 is used in our dialogue.
打印机没纸了，
So this is the first line of the dialogue, and here you'll find the words for printer,
打印机，打 印机
And then the word for paper.
纸
Okay, and then we have two other small words here. Let's not care about the last word first, but about the word that is in the middle of paper and printer.
没
So this is actually a short version of the thing we just told you, which is don't have.
没有
So what often happens in Chinese is that you leave out this yo and you just take the mei, especially when it's paired with the one we just left out, with the last word in this line. The last word here is a so-called particle, and this particle is...
了
This particle means that something just changed. Something has changed. So this is why this, together with mei or meiyou, would be like something is not there anymore. So it's like I have just noticed that it's not there anymore. Maybe we can practice this structure in some other examples.
好，手机没电了。
Oh, like, oops, my cell phone doesn't have battery anymore. Like my cell phone ran out of battery just right now because this le, situational change. What else?
钱包没钱了。
So there's no money in my wallet anymore. My wallet ran out of money. That's a rough day, huh? No money, no battery. Oh, everything is gone, not there anymore. So the problem in our dialogue was that there's no paper in the printer, but the colleague knows where to find it.
柜子里有。
So this is another example of what we've just told you, where we have a place and then plus to have, which then becomes there is something. So what's the place here?
柜子里
So this is actually two things together. First, the word for drawer or cabinet,
柜子柜子
and then the word li, which means...
inside
So together this is inside the cabinet.
柜子里
And here notice you can say like there is paper in the cabinet, or in Chinese you can just leave out the paper. So you have the option to choose either or.
柜子里有
Or,
柜子里有纸
so it's basically the same, but it's clear from the context so you don't have to say the paper again. Okay, what's the next thing that's missing?
笔没水了。
Okay, here we have the structure again where we had mei and then le to indicate that something is not there anymore. And now we have the word here for pen.
笔
And what is missing here?
water 水
Okay, shui is the word for water actually, but of course if the pen is missing water, what it means here is the ink of the pen. So the pen ran out of ink.
笔没水了。
So what is the solution from the colleague then for this problem?
抽屉里有新的。
Okay, so here exactly the same structure again. We have a place and this to have verb. What is the place here?
抽屉里
So again, there's another inside, and then there is the word for drawer.
抽屉抽屉
So in the drawer there is or there are, and then there is this word for new ones.
新的
So this is new, and what is new here? The pens, of course, but similar to the paper before, we don't have to say the pen again because it's still clear from the context. So there are new ones in the drawer.
抽屉里有新的。
Then in the end, she just says, let me check.
我找找找找
So here we find something that is very common in the Chinese language, and that's duplication of verbs. But what does this 找找 actually mean here?
找一下 or 试试看。
Okay, so whenever we duplicate verbs, it can have two meanings. The first meaning would be do something for a short while, or what you think is a short while. And the other one would be to try something. So it can be either one of them or somewhere in the middle of this spectrum in terms of meaning. Do we have some other verbs that I can maybe use here?
好 GPS 很好用
Your GPS is very good to use. So I would say maybe something like let me try, or I want to try. 我试试
好，
Oh, it's really good.
手机坏了。
Oh, your cell phone broke. I can check that. Let me shortly check that. 我看看. It's fine.
OK。北京烤鸭很好吃。
Ooh, yeah. I heard that Chinese or Beijing roasted duck is super tasty, but I haven't had it. So, 我尝尝. Let me taste.
我没有北京烤鸭。
So at first you feed my appetite and then... Okay. I'll try get over my appetite for Beijing roasted duck now while you check the dialogue again.
打印机没纸了，
柜子里有，
笔没水了，
抽屉里有新的。
我找找。打印机没纸了，
柜子里有，
笔没水了，
抽屉里有新的。
我找找。打印机没纸了，
柜子里有，
笔没水了，
抽屉里有新的。
我找找。
Today you have learned how to use the verb yo to say that there is something or that there is not something. So for instance, you should now be able to say sentences like my pen ran out of ink.
笔没水了。
Or for instance, there's paper on the table.
桌上有纸。
And since my appetite for roasted duck is still there, I think I'll have some. Are you joining me?
我想想。可是我没钱了。
Oh, 我有. So let's go. I have some money.
好，
If you guys have any questions on the details of this class, just leave them in the comment section below. My name is Joe.
我是庆玲，
See you next time.
下次见，拜
拜拜
拜。
Now, here's a vocabulary recap.
打印机、
Printer,
纸、
paper,
柜子、
shelf or cabinet,
笔、
pen,
抽屉、
drawer,
找找。
to shortly search.
Introducing Chinese Pod Recap, the app with fast summary lessons. How much time do you have? Join us in the beta program. For more info, go to ChinesePod.com/recap.